Former acting CIA Director Michael Morell did an interview with Charlie Rose this week, and he made some pretty outrageous comments about what the U.S. role should be in Syria. So he recently endorsed Hillary Clinton, and here's what he argued with Charlie Rose. Quote, "What they need is to have the Russians and Iranians pay a little price. When we were in Iraq, the Iranians were giving weapons to the Shia militia who were killing American soldiers, right? The Iranians were making us pay a price. We need to make the Iranians pay a price in Syria. We need to make the Russians pay a price. The killing of Russians and Iranians should be undertaken, quote, covertly, so you don't tell the world about it. You don't stand up at the Pentagon and say, we did this, but you make sure they know it in Moscow and Tehran." All right, well, first of all, as Mehdi Hassan pointed out, it's not covert. You just announced it in an interview where everybody can read it and hear it. But second of all, are you fucking serious? The sheer, complete, and utter moral confusion from the U.S. government on the issue of Syria may be unprecedented. Because you know what this reminds me of? General Petraeus. He apparently floated in a meeting with Obama and a bunch of other top White House officials. He said, I got an idea. How about in Syria we arm al-qaeda? Everybody was like, what? He's like, well, I mean, think about it. So we're against ISIS, right? Yep. We're also against the Assad government, right? Yep. Well, why not arm al-Qaeda? Because they'll fight both of them. That's actually, to be fair to him, that's true. Al-Qaeda and ISIS hate each other. They'll probably fight them. But also they'll fight the Assad government. Now, why would that be a terrible idea either way? Oh, I don't know. Maybe because obviously they'll turn those weapons on us. And obviously, what kind of a government would they want to set up in Syria? Imagine they succeed, they beat ISIS, and they defeat Assad. You would literally have Syria become Al-Qaeda-stan. Why is that a better scenario for you? Oh, because now you have Petraeus thinking, well, maybe we can control al-Qaeda. I mean, they're Wahhabi Salafi maniacs, but we control the Wahhabi Salafi maniacs in Saudi Arabia. So maybe if we set up a government that's even more repressive of human rights and gives people no rights and establishes Sharia in Syria, well, maybe that's better for us, even though it's terrible for everybody living under it. Who gives a fuck about the people living under it? So it's more all about business as usual, all about that geopolitical chessboard and trying to maintain an edge over Russia in this Cold War paradigm. Look at how confused they are. Petraeus wanted to arm al-Qaeda. Biggest moron on the planet. I don't know why anybody takes that guy seriously. Oh, he's a general. What, so that means he's right by definition? No, you could be dead wrong. Look at all the generals in Vietnam who kept telling Lyndon Johnson and all the other presidents, we need to increase troops. That's what we need to do. Yeah, no shit they're saying that. They're fucking generals. They have a hammer. Everything looks like a nail. The answer is always more troops. More troops. Look at fucking Petraeus. More arming people. Arm al-Qaeda. Arm al-Qaeda. Idiot! They attacked us on 9/11. They did the biggest terror attack in U.S. history. Ugh, he's like, arm them. I don't care. Look at this moron now. Well, maybe we should kill Iranians and Russians. Who are Iranians and Russians fighting in Syria? They're fighting ISIS, you monumental idiot. How do they not know this? Or they know it and they don't care. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Russia, they're a stickler for not getting civilian casualties. I'm sure they've killed many civilians, and that's a gigantic problem. I'm sure that the Shia fighters have killed many civilians, and that's a problem. But the idea that you have to kill perhaps totally unrelated Shia fighters, because when we did the war in Iraq in the mid-2000s, some Shia fighters were attacking our guys. Killed different Shia fighters because we were against those Shia fighters, even though these Shia fighters are quite clearly fighting the worst group, ISIS. But now, common sense is out the window. I don't know, I got a personal grudge or something. Let's kill Iranians, let's kill Shias. And also, let's fight Russians. Because, that's not an idea that will lead to escalation into World War III. Again, I have no words for how stupid these people are. How these people ran the country. Many of them are probably running the country right now. This is how they think. Kill Russians, kill Iranians, even though their main enemy in the region is ISIS. So that means whether or not you acknowledge it or realize it, you're de facto on the side of ISIS and jihadists and Islamists. They don't think this stuff through, or they do and they don't care, which is even worse. But you gotta stop with this silliness, man. The moral confusion about Syria is endless. It's endless. We've seen this time and time again. And the U.S. wants to make the same fucking mistake that was made in Iraq. Saddam is such a bad authoritarian leader, we gotta take him out. Oh, shucks, we took him out. Oh my God, ISIS took over. Oh my God, ISIS is worse. Fast forward to Syria. Assad is such a bad authoritarian leader, we gotta take him out. Okay, we just took him out. Okay, everything looks good. Oh shit, ISIS took over. Oh shit, now it's worse. Do we never learn the lessons of history? Stop fucking intervening, and certainly if you intervene, don't intervene on the side of ISIS! And be their fucking useful idiots by saying, let's attack Shia fighters, let's attack Iranians, and let's attack Russians. So stupid.